welcome back to Chasing Dreams, Homestead Dreamers. It's been a little while since we put out a video. We're going to do a video today on filling our raised garden beds the Hugelkulter way. Dylan's going to do some work today and get it knocked out, and we're going to show you what we do along the way. Hang in there with us and check it out. Okay, so as you saw at the beginning of the video, we had to run down to the creek. We had permission from the farmer, so no worries about that, y'all. But we went down there and we got some creek sand and gravel, and we'll explain why we got that shortly. In addition to all that, we went this morning and got a big, nice truck bed full of high quality compost, y'all. It's going to be a great day for getting the garden going. All right, so we're going to have Dylan demonstrate on one of the beds how we're going to rock this out. So what he's doing now is he's taking old firewood. He's going to try to fit it as neatly in the bottom of that bed as possible. This is some old firewood that someone had given us. I mean, you could definitely burn it in your fireplace, but as old and soft and rotted as it is, you'd get a lot of trash in your flue. So we're not going to do that. But Dylan's going to fill this bed in with all this old firewood and then some forest branches that he brought. All right, son, go ahead. So one thing I want to mention is when you're filling these beds, what you'll want to use is downed wood that has aged. You do not want to use fresh wood because it will release gases for the next 90 days or so when it's first cut. So a lot of these tree companies will offer you wood chips and whatnot, and you can get those. But if it's a fresh wood chip, it's going to be releasing gases for quite some time, and you don't want that in your bed. So use old wood that has been down for at least 6 months. Longer is preferred. Now that Dylan's got that bed about as full as we're wanting to go with the wood, he's going to be adding a layer of that creek sand and gravel. And the reason for that is the creek sand, or any sand really, is a protective barrier. Not only will this wood and this sand help control the moisture in this bed and keep the bed moist, but every grain of sand has 9 to 18 cutting edges on it. So what that means to us is that when we have these seep holes on the bottom, any aphids that try to climb in here and work their way up to our vegetables will have to go through a layer of sand. It's very similar to using diatomaceous earth to control your aphids. The sand will cut them and is abrasive to them, and they will not want to pass through the sand to get to our vegetables' roots. So Dylan's got that layer of sand in there, and now he's putting stall clean out in there. So this stall clean out is a combination of straw, pine shavings, and manure, obviously. So we're gonna put a nice thick layer of that stall clean out all in there before we ever start putting the dirt in. You got the stall clean out in there, but son, you didn't leave any room for the dirt. Oh yeah? And what are you doing?
Packing it down.
Why are you packing it? Is it just because there's room for the dirt? That's right. He said so it doesn't sink down when we put dirt in. We have learned this over the years doing raised beds. It is best to go ahead and pack your layers, because otherwise what will happen is he'll add the dirt layer to this, and then y'all, I promise you within a week this will have dropped 2 inches, if not even further than that once that dirt settles. So we are going to fill this bed and then pack it real tight before we ever put the compost in here.
You don't want it like steamy.
Steamy? Oh, it's going to steam because it's compost for sure. Hey, one thing we forgot to mention about that stall clean out that Dylan was putting in there is it was just stall clean out from goat stalls. So there was goat manure in it, and that was the only manure. It's important to make sure if you're going to add a layer of manure in your bed that you don't add a hot manure. So goat manure is fine, rabbit manure is fine, but you don't want to add fresh cow manure or fresh chicken manure, especially. Chicken manure is really hot. So just want to let y'all know before anybody gets caught up on that we used stall clean out, that it was just goat manure in that stall clean out. Dylan, how's that dirt feeling? Nice and smooth. It's still hot, ain't it?
A little bit.
Like Wade said, it's steaming. Sophie, you did a good job. I think you out-shoveled Wade over there. I don't know. All right, y'all. Man, that looks great, y'all. What's the next step, Dylan?
I guess you'll have to watch the next gardening video.
Till next time, y'all.
Keep dreaming!